take another card. North of Hawkshead, east of Low Lake, west of Rushland, south of Crinkle Crags. The book fascinated and terrified her in equal measure, and after studying it for some time, she reached a decision. She would never use the power she had discovered. She would hide the book where it could never be found. Yeah, which I'm guessing isn't the library. But now I got somewhere to go. Okay. North of Hawkshead, east of Low Lake. Okay. Well, Hawkshead is probably a southern town then. Well, maybe it's in the north, but not way up in the north. Okay, here's Hawkshead. So Hawkshead is in row 19. And south of Crinkle Crags, but those don't seem to be marked anywhere. Unless they're like way out here somewhere. South of Crinkle Crags. Oh, wait. Crinkle Crags is row E. Hawkshead is row F. Actually, no. So it's in row E. Crinkle Crags is row D. So east of Lowick? Lowick. And west of Russland. Wait, here's Lowick and here's Russland. So it is in coordinate E17. That's it. I gotta go to E17. My eyes are drawn to the silhouette of a grizzled old man standing at the edge of a field. His mind is broken, seemingly beyond repair. Vacant eyes fixated on nothing. A whisper of an expression as my gaze sweeps his face, but only a whisper. He raises his arm, points. I follow his outstretched finger, and I'm surprised to find a cluster of wildflowers growing there, hidden from view. And I got a couple of new plants. New, unidentified plants. Okay, so who we got? Wilbur Miller. Never met him before. I'm looking for a plant lady of, what's it, something or other. I'm no green-eyed drayer, that's for sure. My mind isn't at all what it used to be. It's the one thing that's supposed to help with mental decline. Wait a second. Lady of Summer, yeah. Okay. I remember that plant very well. Is this it? Dark... Well, it looks sort of like it with the two pistols or whatever. It has curly leaves. This one is curling leaves. I don't know, are there any with... Well, wait a minute, there's this one too. A single sweet-smelling dark flower. And its leaves also curl, and it looks closer to that drawing than the other thing. And this just describes the, well, these leaves don't curl, do they? Okay, are there any flowers that look like bells around here? No. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's this one. I think it looks closer to the drawing than the other one. Oh, phew. Okay, Lady of Summer gives me a book entry for Fennett. Chewing the tough root of this plant is said to ease gastric distress and reduce anxiety. It has long, soft leaves. Okay. Where are my labels? Well, I've got the will to explore, but I don't know what this drawing is for. I found it on the shelf somewhere. I'm wondering if I should just look blindly for something. I mean, should I go to this? I don't know. That drawing just isn't much of a clue. What is this thing? I have no idea. Wait a minute. No, this still doesn't tell me anything. Never mind. I thought there was a message hidden here. Oh, I've got a letter. I guess there are hosts on Sundays here. They're saying Art has been killed. I know a lot of people don't trust that sisterhood, but it seemed to me they are always looked after the less fortunate. Okay, official wax-sealed letter. The cold is too much to bear beyond the gap. I was forced to turn back. I would advise against it, but if you are determined to explore Great Gable, be sure to take precautions. Knowing you, I'm sure you'll have a plan to pursue that can keep you warm should weather turn against you. Frankly, I think yes, I do. This Amos Duncan sure has my number. I don't know. Yeah, there was a plant that in this book somewhere that can deal with hypothermia. The question is identifying it. What was that letter? Great Gable. Right. That's up here. And it's a mountain. It's 199 meters. Yeah, it's bound to be cold. I don't know whether we're talking lack of oxygen too, but after several hours of arduous hiking and scrambling, I am still some distance from the summit. I am freezing cold and ready to head home. I should do the sensible thing and turn back down the mountain unless I can find some brimlock. What's this brimlock look like? Okay, wait a second. The leaves here... Wait a second, no. When conditions are just right in the cold of winter, brimlock produces small yellow flowers. The problem is this winter? The leaves are waxy and tough. So, I'm guessing that there aren't any... Wait a second, do I have anything that has yellow flowers? No. But this thing has smooth, waxy leaves. And no flowers, so if it's warm enough, it won't have flowers. If it's cold enough, it will have flowers. So maybe this is it. Yeah, I'm making a mistake here. Actually, I do have the option to leave, but I think this is brimlock. Yeah, here we go. I push on, no longer feeling the cold, and am presently rewarded. So I have a book entry. Sunset mousetrap. Mount cap. The sunset mount cap is a type of fungus with domed caps, sometimes called stinking mount cap as a result of its unpleasant odor. It is thought to deter unwanted souls and spirits from entering the home and is often placed in doorways. It is mildly toxic to humans and should not be eaten. And I have another new plant, the one I got on my expedition. Okay, so I have customers waiting. Norman Lee, this plant is cursed. It has brought me nothing but sorrow. Please, I want nothing more to do with it. Please take it, I want nothing more to do with it. Well, I hope this doesn't curse me too. But I got a new plant. Oh, I gotta label this thing as brimlock. Good kitty. Next. hellebore. Always a pleasure, my friend. My feline friend. Oh, that's right, the cat. I hope he hasn't been nibbling the plants again. I have a favor to ask. You owe me for the hours I spent taking out information on those plants. Oh, you're from the library. I've been burning the midnight oil again and can use some common trout, and I know where to find it. I'm guessing not this store? According to Grayson's herbology, it grows in abundance on red pike. I'll come by the day after tomorrow to collect it. I have business in Sedberg in the meantime. So I gotta go to Red Pike. Here, take this. And a bio, too. Simone loves books and reading. She is also irritatingly organized and has begun the overwhelming task of rearranging the library at Ambleside. The new system works, but will take years to catalog every book, scroll, pamphlet, and diary. In the meantime, every day yields new discoveries. Buried fragments of ancient knowledge resurfacing to the light like arrowheads to archaeologists. Is she who I've been hearing about in my dreams? Like she found this book and something else happened. Sounds familiar. I gotta go Red Pike. Common trout. Despite being described as common, the trout can in fact be quite tricky to find. However, it is known to grow in abundance on the slopes of Red Pike. Nobody knows why. Its leaves have been used for centuries as a balm against eye strain. Another plant I can use. In real life, I mean. So that's red, what was that again? Red Bank. Red Pike. Okay, let's go to Red Pike and find this thing. I should be able to identify it immediately. Red Pike, Red Pike. Where is this place? Maybe it's oh, here it is. It's a mountain. I enjoy a pleasant stroll up the fell. The going is easy, the weather agreeable, and the view is majestic. I do not have to look hard to find what I'm after. Okay, and this is the common trouse. Oh, and I'll archive this too. Don't want to clutter out my desk now it's finished. Verona Green. When I work with the occult, I find it pays to uphold a certain image. If you're going to be accused of performing witchcraft anyway, it doesn't hurt to put on a bit of a show every now and then. Let the punters know what I'm capable of, sort of thing. Long story short, I may have threatened to turn a small boy into a toad, and the little bugger called my bluff. Oh, don't look at me like that. You know what little boys are like. Well, yes, I do. I can assure you he deserves to be turned to a toad. Okay, that may be a little far, but anyway, and I think a little displays need to discourage this sort of behavior in future. Have you got any shimmerlung? Sounds familiar. Anyway, Verona Green. Verona has been studying the occult and the mysterious for many years. It started as a hobby, but she gradually grew into an obsession. She haunts the boundary between truth and tale, seeking out the knowledge that others recoil from. She also brews a lovely cup of tea. And she needs shimmerlung. Here we go. Yeah, I think I have this plant. Large ridged leaves. Let me double check that. Yeah, you can. It's a very characteristic shape of flower. They look like little tubes. I mean, none of the rest of these plants have flowers that look anything like that. So yeah, I'm like 95% sure this is the shimmerlung. Yeah, here we go. And I got an entry on the candlewood. Produces a red flower that provides a shielding effect, protecting against all manner of afflictions of the mind. Long, thin stems grow among tall leaves. Okay, so let me just label this. I have the will to explore, but I don't have the reason to explore. Next, Irving Harris. Sorry if I'm shouting, I'm a little hard of hearing. I'm looking for a plant that can supposedly help me hear better, but I've forgotten what it's called. I remember it's bright red, though. Oh, boy. Well, this is going to be nice, isn't it? Okay. Can any of these things make people hear better? It's red. That narrows it down to 1, 2, not that one. Well, okay, 2. Candlewood, but that's for mental afflictions. I'm talking about somebody who can... I'm talking about something that aids with hearing. Let me see. And it's not one that I've identified. It's not poisonous. It doesn't make your teeth feel better. I don't think it's this. Mellow glow makes you invisible-ish, sort of. Fennec relieves gastric distress. Storian, well, I identified Storian. I quote-unquote identified Storian. I don't have an entry for this plant. I only have a... I do, however, have a plant that it isn't, and it's this one. Thin stems. You see, that's the one that, oh, what was it? It isn't something else. But, okay, well, long story short, I think it's this one, but I don't know what it is. Actually, wait a second. This is dark red, the other one's bright red. Is it possible that the plant I scratched out, or logically eliminated, I mean, is the one that I'm thinking of, this candlewood? Yeah, provides a shielding effect. All manner of afflictions of the mind. Does that mean that hard of hearing is an affliction of the mind here? I don't know. So I think this is what he's looking for, but I'm really not sure. It's the only bright red flower I have, though. The other flower I have that is red is dark red. So process of elimination means this is it. Well, then I don't have any other bright red plants. Unless you count St. John's poppy. Oh, it is St. John's poppy. I mean, yeah, I already used it, but it did say that it can help somebody's hearing. Okay, well, I don't have any more clues for exploration, so I'm going to end today here.